G'day, welcome to Markets After Work. Today I want to do a video on this new scope that we've just got to join to the family, and you'll see us using this year. It's an Australian made scope by ZeroTech, and it's the first time that ZeroTech, we've used them a couple of times I should say. We've got a couple of sort of hunting, plinking scopes that we have in them on our rimfires. And I've sort of been waiting. They've been heading down this road of getting to something that's up into the ELR side of things, so the level of scope that's going to suit up in that sort of place. And we've got there. We've got to the level where you'll be seeing us using it in the coming months. Now this is it's the Trace Advanced. It's 5 to 30 by 56, so is what the scope is. And it's most of the features. The main feature that really steps up into where both the glass quality is up to where it's going to be good in the ELR side of things, but also, and the main thing that they needed to lift for what we needed to do was to get to enough internal elevation. And this has 35 mil, or just over 120 minutes of internal elevation. So that's where they got to, where I reached out to them and said, listen, there's a scope there that would suit. I'd like to try it and test it, show it off on the channel, and they were very happy to send one over for us to have a look at. Now, sitting here in some MDT rings, I've just got it on something that'll sit there nicely and that sort of stuff, so that's not part of it. But everything else you see there is how this scope comes. And I'll go through the basic features of what it's got here. Like I said, it's 5 to 30 by 56. It has a couple of choices of reticles. One's the Tremor 3, the other one is their own Christmas tree reticle. It is the least busy, so I tend to go there. I go with the least Canon reticle for the ELR side of things. But where this scope is really aimed much more at the PRS side of things, then their reticle or even the Tremor 3 are going to suit a lot of what those guys like there, with a bit more holdover points on that side of things. Very nice clean reticles, good glass to look through, all that stuff works as you'd expect. 34mm tube, some really big oversized turrets. That's just the cap on here, by the way. I probably will run it like that. It's still got a decent size, a good big windage turret and a good elevation turret. Nice, strong clicks, all that sort of stuff, a zero stop, all the basics of a good level scope where it's got to where it's got all of the features that you'd expect with that. It is in MRAD, so it's going to suit the PRS guys. I work with MRAD as well. I tend to go with MOA, and I'd like to see one when they go to MOA. And like I said, 35mm of total elevation. I think from what I've seen of it, if you want to use all the bits and pieces where you get full windage adjustment at the bottom and at the top of that, then you're probably coming back down into the 32mm. Which is still in the 110, 112 minutes. So still very good on that sort of stuff, even if you want to use everything and want to be able to dial a lot of wind at the same time. And that's just the way they're pushing the boundaries of the mechanism inside there to get to there, but still up in that sort of place. Features, I'll get back to that. I suppose from the back, we've got a locking ring back here for the diopter adjustment. You know, otherwise it's a nice sort of a fast focus sort of diopter down here with a locking ring to hold it down the back here. It comes with these caps, so that it's got some good screw-in lens covers, so that's nice, good quality of those units. The overall finish of the unit is really top level, really nice looking scope. It really is quite an outstanding scope with the big turrets, and the finish of it and the sort of the balance of the whole thing looks really nice. We've got a throw lever for the power here. There's actually two positions. You can position that to another place to put the throw lever, but it's a nice little throw lever. They're very easy to use, no other lumps and bumps. And I tend to find that, you know, I generally work without them, but this sort of level, that sort of throw lever is not on the road at all, and very easy to pick up and use like that. And like I said, you can position to another place, whether that's left-handed or just what suits you. It's all adjustable on that level. Turrets, like I said, nice and large, very nice to use, nice feel to them, not too tight, not too soft, nice strong clicks. Probably an interesting thing I haven't seen before is the amount of parallax they've got here, right down from 20 meters up to infinity. But we've got the, we've got 500, 700, 1,000, 2,000, and then infinity. So a bit more adjustment in the way of the numerals, the normal. I would always say the numbers are, for the way I use it, the numbers are only a guide. When you adjust your parallax, move your head around, move your eye around behind there, and make sure your crosshair stays on, set it properly. Going forward, it actually has this, this is a sunshade on here. It comes with a sunshade and then your front lens cover. So that's the basic scope and what it looks like and how it feels. Glass wise, I checked it out, it is right there. So good quality glass, very functional for the type of thing that we're going to use, be able to use in the ALR side of things, and really designed and specifically set up for that PRS side of things, where you've got sort of fast action and doing that sort of thing to suit with the reticles, like I said, holdovers and that sort of stuff that'll deal with things on the fly. I suppose really all the rest of it, the details I'll list down below. But listen, I like it. It's a nice step up. It's great to see an Aussie company going to that place. It is Japanese made, as a lot of scopes are nowadays. They're Japanese made, which means that it's got good quality. You know, it's got the ED glass and the Japanese side of things. It's got a build quality that comes from there. Obviously that depends on how much you pay. The more you pay for that sort of thing, the better quality you get, which is what they have to deal with, which ends up on us as well. So price wise, you'll have to check it out there. I think it's in a good, the mid-range, the mid to upper range in the price side of things, but in the way of the features and the fit and feel of the scope, I think it's right on the money for what they're actually charging for them. Beyond that point, listen, I can't tell you anymore. We'll use it, we'll take it out in the field and actually use the thing. That's what we plan to do with it, and probably give you another report later on. But really, if you keep on seeing it show up on rifles and doing our long shoots, then it's obviously working well for us. But anyway, that's the like I said, a new member of the family, one that will run into the rotation for using this season when we go out and do our ELR stuff. And yeah, looks like a nice scope. I'm expecting nice things out of it. Yeah. Worthwhile, a sticky beak. If you're interested in a new scope, worthwhile checking out yourself, because it might be something that suits you. Anyway guys, thank you very much for checking in, and we'll catch you next time.